Hello. We're back. We're back once again. Goodness gracious me. The games just keep coming in thick and fast, boys and girls. Hello and welcome back once again to Chelsea Fan TV for coverage of the first leg of this year's Carabao Cup semi-final between Chelsea and the Tottenham Hotspur, managed by none other than Antonio Conte himself. This will be the first of 3 matches between the two clubs in the coming 2.5 weeks of this month. This will be the 8th different League Cup tie between Chelsea and Tottenham, and 4th to take place in the semi-finals of the competition. No sides have ever met in the final 4 of the League Cup more often than these two clubs. Chelsea have progressed from 4 of the previous 7 League Cup ties against Tottenham, including 2 of the previous 3 semi-final meetings between the pair, with those victories coming in the 71-72 season and most recently the 18-19 season. Tottenham, on the other hand, have never won away against Chelsea in the League Cup, drawing 1 and losing 3 of their visits to Stamford Bridge in the competition. Since winning 3 games in a row against Chelsea, between 2018 and 2019, Tottenham are winless in their last 8 against the Blues in all competitions, drawing 2 and losing 6. Chelsea have progressed from 5 of their last 7 League Cup semi-final ties, failing only in 2012-13 versus Swansea and the 17-18 season versus Arsenal during this round. This will, of course, be a big match for Antonio Conte, who returns to Stamford Bridge for the first time since being sacked by Chelsea, a team whom he led to the Premier League title in the 16-17 season. His focus will remain on the pitch, but with 3 separate matches against the Blues this month, he surely will have a little extra enthusiasm in this game, in particular being his first against the club. Tottenham drew to Wolves 2-2, then won on penalties, snuck by 1-0 over Burnley, then were victorious over West Ham 2-1 to advance to today's semi-final first leg. Chelsea, on the other hand, faced 3 Premier League opponents as well, taking down both Aston Villa and Southampton on penalties before scoring 2 goals in the last 10 minutes against Brentford to advance from the quarter-finals. It's the return of the Godfather, who has 3 quick-fire shots at redemption against a team he felt betrayed him. Chelsea take on Tottenham in the first leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup of 2021-2022. For all the coverage of today's game, as always, you won't find a better place on YouTube or anywhere else with stats, facts, up to the second, goal reactions, and much, much more. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. Did so well up to that point. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. Like the video and click the bell notification so that you are aware of all upcoming Chelsea Fan TV streams, live content, all that sort of stuff. With all that said, as ever, the starting 11s are coming up next. Jesus Christ. And we'll have the webcam on because I know the interactions. I just feel like they see someone talking or they hear someone talking and they just think, well, he's clearly not there. So the webcam has to go on for these, for this at least. At least 10-0, says Jermaine, the Train Allen. I'm feeling a little bit nervy. I was feeling all right, to be fair, before the game. But with Chelsea releasing the starting 11, at least on Twitter anyway, a little bit late, as is always the case for the Carabao Cup. It's just a pain in the arse, and it gives me more stress than it's worth. I'm fine. Looking at this team, though, I don't know. I'm not sure. Of course, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Andreas Christensen all remain injured. Ruben Loftus-Cheek returns, of course, to the team here today, but starts from the bench. Trevor Chalobah was doubtful, and as such, won't feature in the game at all today. Timo Werner recovers from COVID-19, and as such for him, is in the bench for the game today. Edouard Mendy has departed for Cameroon to take part in the African Cup of Nations, as we know, which allows Kepa Arrizabalaga to come in as first-team goalkeeper during his absence, so that he can show what he can do. And in the time that he's been absent, of course, we know how well he's been playing in the Carabao Cup. He's got the best the best penalty-saving record in the history of the club. Romelu Lukaku is involved after apologising to Chelsea fans, Tuchel, and the club. More specifically, of course, as Pilaqueta, it's a 4 at the back situation. Someone said in the comments earlier on, have we ever played a 4 at the back under Thomas Tuchel? I think we have a couple of times, and I can't remember it ever being good. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, Kepa in goal. Usually a bit of a muddy situation for the Blues, but as of late, when he's been in goal, especially in the Carabao Cup, as I said, best penalty-saving record of all time at Chelsea Football Club of any goalkeeper that we've ever had. As Pilaqueta, the right back today, 2 centre-backs with Malang Sarr, Antonio Rudiger, and Marcus Alonso in the left-back position. 3 in the middle with Jorginho, Mason Mount, and Saul. Oh, God. Saul is in the team once again. Look at his face. You just want to punch it and fucking get off the team. Go away. Go home. Play. No, we'll get again. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, shall we? Shall we give him the benefit of the doubt? We'll have to wait and see when we with old Saul. The saying usually goes, "Better call Saul," but I'd rather not call Saul on this occasion. Hakim Ziyech back in the starting lineup. Havertz back in the supporting role for the one, the only, I'm not going to call him snaky, but if anyone's seen the if anyone's seen the apology video, it's so fucking. It's almost like he was like laughing. I don't know if it was because he was so nervous to do it, or he was like, "Oh fuck, you caught me." Oh, yeah. What can I say? You know what I mean? Like it was like he'd been caught out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like you lot, but I've been caught out, so I'm going to apologize regardless of how I actually feel." Sincerity levels absolutely 0. Didn't really care for his apology at all. It had to be said. You know what I mean? It was forced. Yeah, it's how many chances will Saul get? This could be the last. We thought the last was the last, but apparently he's got more in the tank. He's got plenty more in the tank. No Kante or Silva. Wow, tough luck, says Jack Lowe. Again, just take a little bit of common sense would say we are resting some players. This is, after all, and I'm not saying this now. I said this throughout the entire competition. It is just the Carabao Cup. If this was the FA Cup, I would be a little bit more annoyed if we were playing Tottenham in the FA Cup, for instance. But, it is what it is. Of course, if we do score and I go mental, I don't want people saying, well, it's just the Carabao Cup. It's Tottenham. It's Tottenham. We want to beat Tottenham regardless. No matter what competition it is, it's bloody Tottenham. So the reactions are going to be up here. But the actual caring of the competition itself down here. It's a competition nonetheless. We all know how we feel about the Carabao Cup. It is what it is. Regardless, we move on to the Tottenham starting 11. Of course, not too much to mention. They have, of course, look at those big blue eyes from the man himself, the Godfather, or who once was the Godfather, Antonio Conte. He is in charge, of course, for the first time against Chelsea here today at Stamford Bridge. And with just 15 minutes to go, this is the lineup. A 3-4-3 formation. Lloris in goal. Tanganga, Sanchez, and Ben Davies are the back 3 for them. Emerson, Højbjerg, Skip, and Doherty in the middle 4. Lucas Moura, Tottenham's top scorer in the competition so far this season, is joined by Harry Kane in the middle and Son on the other side of the pitch. Christian Romero, Ryan Sessegnon, and Steven Bergwijn are the only injury concerns for Antonio Conte, who was expected to field a strong lineup and has done so, as you can see. The game is, of course, on Sky Sports for anyone that has Sky Sports. Apart from that, I don't know if I can help you. Have a little look around Reddit. That's all I will say. Anyway, some facts for the game. As you're all trickling in, there's plenty of you coming in as we speak. We're going over some of the facts for today's game. 3 of Chelsea's last 5 matches in the Carabao Cup have ended in a penalty shootout. And of those 3, we've won 2, lost 1. The one we've lost against Tottenham. Of course, today is a 2-legged race. Or 2-legged game, sorry. So no penalty shootouts today, but in the next game, you never know. I'm actually not sure if it goes to that, or if there's any chance of it going to that. Away goal rules, don't know if that applies. We're focusing on today's game, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea have drawn 4 of their last 5 home matches in all competitions. A bit of a muddy stat, it's got to be said. Christensen, James, Chilwell, and Chalobah. Kante and Thiago Silva, of course, join that list as well as players missing from the squad today. Tottenham's last victory against Chelsea was that game on penalties in the League Cup in September of 2020. Since then, they have not won a single game. Tottenham are currently on a 9-game domestic unbeaten run, however, with 6 wins, 3 draws, and 0 losses. Of course, during the European, the Europa Conference League, they've been a bit of a muddy situation there, though, on the other hand. Romero, Bergwijn, and Sessegnon, as mentioned, of course, the missing players today. I look at just a quick look at some of the player ratings today. Again, this is strictly for the Carabao Cup. Marcus Alonso, he runs down the wing for me. Certainly myself. I don't know if you think the same. However, the stats, they don't lie. Alonso, the best player in the Carabao Cup for Chelsea so far this season, with near on an 8 rating overall on average. James and Kepa, the people to join him in that list. Kane, Sanchez, and Davies are the top 3 for Tottenham. Jorginho, Werner, and Havertz with 1 goal apiece. Lucas Moura, as we mentioned, the top scorer for Spurs, and is joined by Kane and the injured Bergwijn with 1 apiece for them. Ziyech, James, and, well, won't count as Pilaqueta, but Ziyech and James with 1 assist apiece, and Højbjerg is joined by Ali with 1 assist apiece as well. Again, comparisons between these clubs. This is all competitions this season. 30 games played in all competitions for Chelsea, 29 for Tottenham, 19 wins for Chelsea, 16 for Tottenham. Just the 3 losses in all competitions for Chelsea, and of course 9 for Tottenham. Goals scored, 20 more for Chelsea over their opponents here today in all competitions. This isn't versus each other. I just want to preface, this is everyone that the games played per team overall. 22 goals conceded for Chelsea, 35 for Tottenham, 14 clean sheets for Chelsea, and just 10, I say just 10, like it's only 4 off, for Tottenham today. A quick reminder before we get into some more of the juicy gossip going around with regards to Romelu Lukaku. Of course, we did just mention, of course, all the stuff going around, the apology. Chesterfield next, the FA Cup. We aren't playing in the Premier League until the 15th, which is in 10 days. Next Saturday, to be precise. Chesterfield in the FA Cup on the 8th of January. That's at home at 5:30. Live coverage of all that will be going live at 5 o'clock English time. Then, of course, the second leg in the Carabao Cup to this particular time. Then the big one against Man City at the Etihad in the Premier League. That will be a big deciding game for our run in the Premier League, of course. And then again, we're playing Tottenham in the last game of this 3-game rally, so to speak, between the Blues and Spurs. Of course, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you're notified of any future streams and content uploaded to Chelsea Fan TV. And of course, if you want to follow myself on any of my social media platforms, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Reactions going up live on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for the goals, if that's what you're interested in. And of course, live updates on Twitter, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Chelsea Fans Xside, the link is in the description. And with that said, hello. Hello. How's it going? My name is Harry, for anyone that is not too sure by now. I've been around for quite a while now. At least since my first game actually was Tottenham, back when Nuno was in charge at the beginning of the season. Hello, welcome. As you can see, to my left, but to your right, is the all-time head-to-head record between Chelsea and Tottenham, who, of course, is our opponents today. Of course, just a reminder as well that the Chelsea Fan TV schedule for today's lineup of viewing is the watch along with me. I haven't been around for a while at all. A few games, at least 20 now, 20, 30, maybe 30. I don't know, 25. Who knows? Player ratings to follow. Of course, this is a two-legged race. So player ratings, and especially with Saul playing, we always love a player rating with Saul when he's playing. we always love a player to blame. And Saul, I'm licking my lips. If it all goes tits up, we know who we're blaming. And then, of course, either a match review vlog to follow or a match day vlog. Either or. It's either going to be a review or you know, all that sort of stuff. Look at Dean. Who doesn't want him? I think the asking price is 30 million at the moment. And I mean, we do need some backup players with the way the team is at the moment. The players are coming back from injury. We could do with Emerson coming back, but as far as I'm aware, Leon have said, no, he's not coming back. It's not, no, there's no chance. We need wing backs. Indeed, we do, Mr. Replace. However, the way it's going at the moment, it's not looking good for Chelsea wing back wise. So we might have to look elsewhere. I wouldn't mind Luka Dean to come in general. Would be nice to have some sort of backup called squad depth. We've got so much depth in this team. We're in the mud. We're in the mud with regards to all that supposed squad depth. As you can see, of course. Me and my of courses. Live scores. There's only one game going on today. Of course, the other game was going to be going on tomorrow as well. Chelsea versus Tottenham, and the Liverpool-Arsenal game is postponed. So, in fact, Chelsea and Tottenham will play out their two games before Liverpool and Arsenal play their first, if you can believe that. San Miguel, the drink of the day, for those of you that are interested, as always. There's so many games these days. I've never drunk so much beer in my life on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be done, but it has to be done. You know what I mean? I definitely said Lukaku. I don't know if I said Lukaku. Wasn't intentional, regardless of memes. Speaking of Lukaku, is another reminder before the game commences, of course, just over 5 minutes to go. Kepa Arrizabalaga back in the starting lineup. And much to the dismay, it would appear Mr. Tommy T up above me has gone for the 4-3-3 formation, which the history books tell us, from what I remember anyway, Chelsea not the best of records. I think we won at least one game in a 4-3-3, but it's not what he's used to. It's not the team he used to. And especially in a team that's playing Saul and Sarr in the fucking lineup, it's not the time to start messing about with your starting lineups. That is for sure. But in any case, we've got a back four, hopefully, to support the man between the sticks today, Mr. Kepa Arrizabalaga, of course, Jorginho, Mason Mounts, and Saul make up the middle three. Ziyech is back in the starting lineup. Havertz has dropped back from his last appearance as the front man and is replaced by the man himself, Romelu Lukaku. I want to swap Saar for a 10-year-old, he will do better. I mean, you may not be wrong. You may not be wrong. Another quick reminder, of course, Lloris in goal, Tanganga, Sanchez, Davies, Emerson, Højbjerg, Skip, Doherty, Mora, Kane, and Son. The boys that will play for Tottenham. I'm going to turn the old volume up so that I can hear what the hell is going on. The fans are ready. We're ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Who knows? 130 of you in the chat, of course. If you're feeling generous, by all means, leave a like on the stream. It would be massively, massively appreciated. And I mean, without further ado, all I can suggest is that you get your predictions in. If you want your name on the screen, your predictions on the screen, please. Ooh. Doing a little light show at the bridge at the moment. Well, as I said, we're pretty much ready to go here at Chelsea Fan TV. There is still 5 minutes to go. We've got everything ready here. We've got everything ready here. My prediction for the game. I'm thinking Tottenham are going to score, you know. I've got a feeling Tottenham are going to score. I reckon either 2 or 3-1 to Chelsea. I'm feeling good with regards to us actually winning the game. I think Lukaku's going to come and actually batter them. I reckon Lukaku's actually going to do bits and do a bit of like, oh, and then he's just going to get fucking bottles thrown at him and all sorts. Or he'll kiss the badge and it'll be all forgotten. Oh, Mr. Lukaku, we love you. We love you. It's going to take more than that for me. I'll tell you that, the little scallywag. But regardless, that being said, as always, the players coming out of the tunnel as we speak. Son, the last of the boys from the Tottenham squad to come out. Azpilicueta leading the way for the Blues here today. As always, the skipper. Boys and girls, get ready. We are very, very rapidly approaching kickoff. Don't forget, this is a 2-legged tie. So even if we win here today, the more goals, the better. It's that kind of situation. I know it's pretty obvious, goes without saying, but some of you lot, you forget, you forget how this game goes sometimes. So although it sounds obvious, I have to state the obvious sometimes. So I reckon a 3-1 will do us over tidily, especially with a team that's as weak as this. So you never know. Again, before kickoff, a quick look, very quick look at the starting lineup. Kepa in goal, Azpilicueta as captain for the Blues. Saar and Rudiger in the middle. Alonso on the left back position. Jorginho, Mount and Saul in the middle. And the supporting two, Ziyech, Havertz, with Lukaku up front. Bettinelli, Hall, Barkley, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Vale, and the returning Timo Werner is back in the substitutes bench. Lloris, Tanganga, Sanchez, Davies, Emerson, Højbjerg, Skip, Doherty, Mora, Kane, and Son make up the team that we face here in this first leg. Again, let me remind you, first leg of 2, first game of 3 in this next 2.5 weeks. We're ready. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Get your brewskis ready. I'd say put your feet up, but for me, you need your feet down for a game. Again, it's just the Carabao Cup. But it's a game against Tottenham. I want to win all 3 of these games. I would love nothing more than for Chelsea to absolutely batter Tottenham all 3 of these games, but it could go all wrong. It could go all wrong. But I'm hopeful. I'm actually hopeful. Tottenham haven't beaten us in the last 8 games against Chelsea. You never know, though. You never know. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Romelu, up that. All that good stuff. Rob, how's it going? Welcome back. You missed quite the game when we were 2-0 down to Liverpool. You left us. You left us when we were with our trousers down, so to speak. And you missed some belter reactions. So from what I've been told anyway, the Kovacic goal, of course, magnificent. And the Pulisic finish, that of a superhero, Captain America, of course, the man in the mirror. Kickoff just about to start. Lucas Moura on the spot. Tyrese, hello, welcome. The man himself. And we're underway. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen. Kepa is fourth choice goalkeeper for Spain. That's actually a testament to how good their keepers are. I mean, they weren't for a long time. De Gea was muddy. Here's Lukaku early on. Brilliant chance. Very, very early on. Havertz just kept on running and left Lukaku in the mud. Thoughts on Thomas Tuchel doing a different formation? I'm scared, but I'm hopeful. I'm scared, but I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. Stop talking. Let's watch the game, guys. I'll be quiet. I'll be right up. All right. Is that enough stopping talking? Anyway, God, we probably lost some people there because I went silent. As Pellicreta playing down the wing. Dave-O. Ziyech fouled. Free kick for Chelsea in a good position here. It's got to be said. Why are you scared? You shouldn't be scared playing a back four against Spurs. This is true. This is true. I don't like change too much. I do not like change. And whenever Tuchel makes a big change, doesn't tend to pay off too much. This guy, the things keep, it's not cutting out. The sound keeps cutting out. Great cross. Is it fuck? Played over the entire team and out for a throw in. Mason Mount not doing the bits there, to say the least. Lukaku should have took that himself. He was probably a bit nervous there, to be honest. Good. It's good. It's good to feel awkwardness sometimes. It gets you ready for the real world. There's plenty of awkwardness left. If you're young, get ready. It's an awkward life out there. Mason Mount picks it up in the middle of the field. Plays out wide to the nun. They love booing Alonso, don't they? Jesus Christ. Absolute classic goal, the free kick at Wembley. If anyone can remember that, like I'm the only one that remembers it. Jesus, what a goal! One of my favourite Chelsea goals. My favourite Alonso goal, that's for sure. Chance for Mason Mount, blocked. Lest we forget as well, N'Golo Conte, an iconic goal against Spurs as well. The 3-man nutmeg, one of his shots, one of his goals, should I say, coming through. It's not a back four. Well, that's not the information everywhere is saying, but I'll take your word for it. That's probably as either good or bad news, to be completely honest with you. Sanchez plays it over the top. Harry Kane probably looking for one of his, that fucking deadly move he does. And I don't mean it in a good way. That really dangerous move he does where he backs in and makes the player fall over the top of him. Gets away with it every time. Jesus Christ. Apologies. How very rude. However, I do seem to do that a lot these days. So you're probably used to it by now. It's got to be said. Lukaku coming in hot. Højbjerg hot on the toes. Jermaine, welcome back. Alonso picks it up. Havertz! Yes! Come on! Just 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Sanchez with an absolute fucking howler of a mistake. Havertz all the way through. It's 1-0 already. Get in there. Havertz is hurt. He's broken his finger or something, but we couldn't care less right now. 1-0 to the boys. Alonso once again. What a shock. It could be an own goal, to be fair. Tanganga gives it away. Alonso picks up the pieces. Havertz says, see you fucking later, and pokes it in. It's 1-0. It's as simple as that. Just 4 minutes and 20 seconds gone. And this weakened side, albeit not really. We're only missing a couple of players, to be completely honest. It's 1-0 nonetheless, though, boys. 1-0. And girls. Marcus Alonso runs down the wing for me. Havertz has definitely dislocated a finger. 100%. And just like that, could be out. He may have scored, but we're now without Havertz again. It is a hand injury, thankfully. But he looks like he's in absolute agony. Strip Bear. Once again, thank you so much for the £3 donation. Marcus Alonso runs down the wing for me. It was going wide. Unbelievable. Outrageous claim. Outrageous claim. Let's get a like on the old stream for old Havertz's broken finger or dislocated finger or whatever. And the goal, of course. Just to preface, just to clarify, 1-0 to the boys. Havertz with the goal just after 4 minutes, 20 seconds. We're blazing. We're blazing like a good one. It looked dislocated, to be honest, which is better than a fracture or a break. But I've done neither of those, so I wouldn't know how bad it hurts, to be honest. He'll just have one of those plastic things, you know, the plastic things that they put over the fingers, like the splint. I can't imagine he's going to be out for more than maybe a couple of games. Does he really need a finger to play football? This is exactly the point. This is exactly the point. I don't realistically think... It's not like he's sprained a fucking toe, is it? He hasn't broken a toenail. Hopefully he's all right. I don't know if he's back on the pitch. Saul... That's obstruction, ref. Fucking Kane, the fat lump. Ziyech picks it up. No foul given. Harry Kane forever, always going down in the most dramatic of styles, but in such a weird and convincing manner. So weird. Surgery has him out. Let's hope for the best, shall we? Who the fuck is Tottenham Hotspur? Who the fuck is Tottenham Hotspur? This could be exactly who they are. And that is who they are. Fucking offside. Have some of that. Oh, Christ. You love beating Tottenham, don't you? The first of 3 games in the next 2.5 weeks. Just again to remind you all. And it could be the first of 3 rapid victories for the Blues. But we'll go 1 game at a time, boys and girls. 1 game at a time. And in this game in particular, we're 1-0 up. After just 4 minutes. It couldn't go any better, to be honest. Kovacic is on the bench. Is he not? So we may see Kovacic at some point. However, is it worth risking players against a team as small as Tottenham? You know what I mean? And it's not really... I do jest. Saul to score an absolute screamer would honestly, I think I would if fucking Saul scores a screamer here today. You thought you saw a reaction with the Kovacic goal. Whoa. Hooker, Saul Screamer to me any day. Hook it to my veins. You'll see a reaction that way. Fucking Saul. What a clown. Marcus Alonso. Thoughts on the Lukaku interview? Absolute clown. Not sincere, not genuine at all. He did not mean a single word he said. He got caught out. I saw he was fined 500 grand, but I think that was probably bollocks. He probably got fined something, but probably not 500 grand, unless someone can confirm if that is like a legitimate fine that he got given. I think it was only that fucking, who's that bloke on Twitter? I only saw one tweet about it, to be fair, but it's from someone who's supposedly reliable. But no, I don't take Lukaku's apology just yet. Anyway, prove it on the pitch, and then I'll be happy. But you can shove your apology up your keister, because for all I care, he did not mean that in the slightest, to be honest. Havertz, Mount, absolutely taken out. Marcus Alonso still runs down the wing for me. A nice little dummy there. Later through the legs. Ziyech allows Azpilicueta. It's crossed in. It's just over the head of Lukaku. No offside there at all. Havertz should score there. It should be 2-0, to be quite honest with you. It's a brilliant save from Hugo Lloris. No doubt, no denying how good of a goalkeeper he is. It's cleared away, deflected off of another Tottenham player and into the feet of an offside Havertz. Of course, no offside would have been given. I think he just absolutely overrushed it, to be honest. It wasn't even going on target, to be completely honest with you. But it could, and potentially should be 2-0 to Chelsea here. The Sky Sports one. I've only seen the Chelsea TV one, to be fair. I saw the Chelsea TV one first, but I almost can't be asked to watch the Sky Sports one because I just know it's going to be full of bollocks. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad Lukaku's back. I was, and I did like him, and I still do. Like, there's no denying, like, I do like Lukaku, but it hurt. It hurt. It really hurt to see him say that sort of shit. Like, he's supposed to be a diehard Chelsea fan, for Christ's sake, and he's saying all this shite about loving Inter Milan is his one true love and all this. But for what? Why? What the hell did you even do there? Like, you won one fucking trophy, or however many. Fucking, you know what I mean? Probably more than he has at any club. I get what he means. But surely you want to come with all your experience and come to Chelsea and do the exact same here with your childhood club. Havertz. Ziyech. No, sorry. Ziyech. Fucking Saul on the ball. Your support is fucking shits. Who the fuck are Tottenham Hotspur? Who the fuck are Tottenham Hotspur? Who the fuck is Tottenham Hotspur? And the Blues go marching. On. Here's Mount. Marcus. So he's back on the ball once again. Havertz now looks for the cross. Lukaku just overruns it. Completely goes behind Lukaku and out for a throw in to Tottenham. Still 1-0 to the boys after just 14 minutes gone in today's first leg. Still plenty to play for, to be completely honest with you. There's 3 more 45-minute halves to go, including extra time, if need be. Personally, don't know if that's going to be necessary. If we can finish this 3-0, I reckon it's done, to be honest. if I'm completely honest, I'd rather lose. If I had to lose games against these lot, Ziyech, good chance, played in field. Mason Mount with a shot, deflected and out for a corner ball once again. Alonso was in masses of space. He's got his hands behind his head. But anyway, if I had to choose a game to lose, I would lose these two. Wouldn't give a toss, or win one enough to like be able to lose another one. The Premier League game is so much more important than these two games, though. I need to clarify that the final game of the three, if we win both of these games in the Carabao Cup and then lose in the Premier League, I'll be fucking devastated. I'll be so annoyed. Ziyech with the cross, played in. Mason Mount blocked once again, calls for handball. It would have been outside the box. No VAR check as it is outside of the box. No claims for a penalty, although there are, except it wasn't in the box. Jorginho. Well, the semi-final was a single leg last season because of COVID. However, not this year. They should have just kept that rule, to be honest. It was such a better thing. Another excuse to go to Wembley potentially for fans. They do it for the FA Cup, so why not for the Carabao Cup? Do you know what I mean? No need for this to be two legs. I mean, they take away extra time and go straight to penalties in regular knockout games to avoid playing too much game time. And instead, it comes to the semi-finals and you have to play two fucking games. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense at all. The logic behind that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Mason Mount draws in some other Chelsea players for support. Malang Sarr plays it across field to the edge of the centre circle to Antonio Rudiger, who plays it back to Mason Mount, who makes a darting run. Nice little bit of play there. Mason Mount carries on the run, plays in Havertz, who kind of kills it. Saul, though, on the ball. Alonso, nice bit of play. Havertz now looking for the finish. Someone just have a shot. Ziyech does, and it's just over the bar. Great bit of passage of play there for Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel does as I do and claps the team for a brilliant passage of play, albeit no goal in the end, but a great passage of play nonetheless. Ziyech looking for the corner and doesn't quite find it. There's your second hydrate replays. If we win this cup, I reckon it will give us a huge boost. I mean, potentially. This is proper Chelsea. This is proper Chelsea. Spoken with reason. Spoken with truth. I know why Lukaku said he doesn't like the tactics. It's because he can't get the ball in his Chelsea team for some reason. It's because that's not the way the formation goes. Get yourselves in the position to score. The amount of times in this game, for instance, already that the ball is crossed in and he's already run too far and it goes behind his head. You could argue bad crossing or bad passing, but it takes two to tango in this game. You know, it's a game of many attributes, and being in the right place at the right time is one of them if you're going to be playing in that striker's role. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Does Marcus Alonso look better at a back four? I do get what you mean, to be honest. He's already got an assist, which will piss off a lot of Chelsea fans. He has good movement on form. Spurs are pressing very high. Rom does not get the ball the whole game. Gets like one or two chances. He has to get in the right position. It's not all just, you know, he's not getting the delivery or the support that he wants or anything. Like, he has to get in the position to start with. And from a team that does not shoot ever, it's because we're trying to get the right position for our striker. Example, how many times have we got annoyed in these games that Hudson-Odoi cuts in and looks for the pass as opposed to shooting? It's because he's looking for the likes of whoever's up front when Lukaku isn't injured or has COVID. He's been told, don't shoot, because you're shit at shooting for one. But most of all, look for the pass for Lukaku, because otherwise he's going to have a fucking whinge. Doherty plays it back to Højbjerg, who crosses it across the field. Switch of play. Lukaku is actually poor in the air for his size. You say that, but he did score a header the other day. So, you know. Kepa just made a save right now, son. Literally just right now. I know it rolled into his hands, but still. A save is a save. A save is a save. One man went to Mo. Went to Mohamedo. One man, his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Two went to Mo. Went to Mohamedo. Two man, one man, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Three went to Mo. Went to Mohamedo. Three men, two men, one man, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Four men went to Mo. I'm going to keep going. Went to Mohamedo. Four men, three men, two when. I keep saying when. One man and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Five men went to Mo. Mo! Went to Mohamedo. Five men, four men, three men, two men. One man and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Six men went to Mo. Mo. Went to Mohamedo. Sarr plays it out wide to Azpilicueta. Over the top to Mason Mount, and it goes out for a goal kick. Six men, five men, four men, three men, two, one, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Seven men went to Mo. Went to Mohamedo. Seven men, six men, five men, four men, three men, two men, one man, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. It's pissing so many people off, I can tell. Eight men went to Mo. Went to Mohamed. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. Eight men, seven men, six men, five men, four men, three men, two men, one man, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Oh, shit. Saul now plays it out wide. Ziyech takes on Højbjerg, and Højbjerg says absolutely not. Nine went to Mo. Went to Mohamedo. Nearly there. I'm nearly there. I had to stick this all the way through. Nine men, eight men, seven men, six men, five men, four men, three men, two men, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Oh, 10 men went to Mo. Mo! Went to Mohamedo. Free kick to Spurs. It's a boring game, I've got to be honest. 10 men, 9 men, 8 men, 7 men, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man, and his dog spot. Went to Mohamedo. Chelsea! 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 We got there! Come on! Get in there! Son crosses it, deflected out for a corner ball. Only 24 minutes gone. After all that sing-song, it's only 24 minutes gone. Can you believe it? Boys and girls, what a wonderful game we are playing. Son over the ball, corner ball, 2 Spurs. I'm absolutely drained after that. Chelsea champions! Chelsea champions! One more time. One man wins. No chance. No chance. Cross-day chance for Tottenham. Cleared away. Could be chance here. Played in Lukaku. It's a decent pass. It's a bit overhit. Lukaku here. Go on, son. Plays it and he takes it out. Falls over and he's made an absolute fucking tit of himself. Oh, my God. I bet there's many a Chelsea fan that jeered that, to be fair. I'm glad you think so. I thought I was just on my own, to be fair. I'd like to imagine many of you followed along at home, but, you know, tis no longer the season anymore for Sing Song, so I may well have been on my own this whole time. Replays, no doubt. I'm sure you sang along with me. Yash, mate, I'm going to need you to calm down, son. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Replays, I can always count on you, new boy. Not the first time you've seen me do that song all the way through on my own. Last season. I think probably towards the end of last season. Strip Bear, the man himself, or the girl himself. I haven't been informed, so I'm just the they themselves joining in as always with the donations, with the sing songs. A person of culture, I'll tell you that for free. Tottenham are under the what's name here. We're keeping the pressure on. However, we're doing deadly squit to actually capitalise on anything that's going on. That being said, Ziyech, one round was enough. Don't you worry. Before the end of the season, you'll hear another 10-man went to Mo from yours truly. You best believe. We need a donation button or something like that, where if someone donates something or that someone can actually, I would put it on Twitch, but the bastards over there will get me to sing that every fucking chance they get with the points that they earn on there. If I had a one man went to Mo button replays, you would make me do that every fucking time. Gary, I thought we were friends, mate. Those are hurtful words. They really are. Played over the top. Lukaku doesn't even jump. Didn't even fucking try to get to that. I'll donate a $5 not to sing. I can mute the YouTube stream, and I'll sing just for the boys over on Twitch. How about that? Replays. I said all along, the you Twitch lot, absolutely. It's the best crowd. I'm joking. Let's not make any rivalries here now. But the Twitch chat do tend to go for it a little bit more. YouTube, you need to up your game a little bit. You need to up your game. I'll be myself, Yash. Don't you worry. I know you're joking. I'm taking the piss. It's called banter. It's called banter. Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Conference League. You couldn't win that. Imagine they're in the first ever Conference League, and they couldn't even win that. They couldn't even get through the group stage, albeit, of course, because of COVID. But they were already muddied before their final game. Here's Havertz, brilliant chance. I beg something happens in this game. Jesus, Ziyech back posts. Doherty heads it away for a throw into Chelsea. Lukaku's calling for it loads, and Alonso just passes it back in instant. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I apologise. I really do. This is very unprofessional, I must say. But I'm gassy. I get gassy when I watch Chelsea. Azpilicueta with the ball. The skipper himself. And Lukaku's calling for the ball and throwing it. He's like, I want the ball. And then when he gets the ball, he fucking runs it out of play. Or he just completely misses the ball. He's having a bit of a nightmare. It's got to be said. Sarr. We have so much space in the middle at times. It's from that beer. You reckon my beers have given us space? Jorginho. Mount. Out wide. Havertz. He is wearing one glove. The other hand fully taped. Or at least the fingers. Tanganga. Doing what he does best. Which he didn't do too well against Havertz in the first 4 minutes because it wasn't good enough. Was not good enough. Havertz got the better of him, and that is why we won the lap. I would like Gallagher. I would indeed. I would indeed. Strip bare, my man. Or woman. Still yet to confirm. Maybe keep it a mystery. Who knows? Just keep it a mystery. I am looking forward to Gallagher being back in the team. Back post. Rudiger. Great chance. Cleared away. And it's a corner ball potentially. From the corner ball, it goes through absolutely everyone. Tanganga, I believe, is the one to put just enough on it to put Rudiger off of his run. And it goes out for a corner ball once again. Their defenders are like 4 foot tall. Another corner. Another corner. Jermaine with the text commentary as always. Crossed in. Alonso chasing the ball. Comes out. It's headed away. Crossed back in by Alonso. Back post. As far as the corner of the 6-yard box. And it's headed away again. Once again. As far as Ziyech who crosses it in near posts. Comfortable hands. Scramble McGee from Hugo Lloris. Why you watch these commentaries for rhyming stuff like that. I mean, who's got bars like that in this game? Mark Goldbridge, maybe. He comes out with some good ones from time to time, but the rest of them, it remains to be seen if they can stand toe to toe. Lukaku going, as I said, toe to toe with Sanchez. He's got past him. And then a great tackle to make up for it from from Sanchez. Lukaku fouled on the rebounds. Where is Belgian Lukaku? As in Belgian international team Lukaku. That's the best Lukaku there is, surely. One of them. Inter Lukaku, I think, isn't quite as good as Belgian Lukaku. But, we're you know, again, remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. 140 of you in the YouTube stream as we speak. We're currently on 79 likes. Currently, it would be absolutely fantastic if we could get to half time. Well over 10 minutes to go until half time. If we could get to 100 likes by half time, that would be absolutely fantastic. A cross from Chelsea. And it's deflected. It's a goal! Own goal! It's 2-0! Idiots! Idiots! It's crossed in. Ben Davies, the man, whose name goes on the score sheet, and Antonio Conte looks on as if to say, what have I got myself into? Why am I not managing this club anymore? Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0. It's crossed in. No, absolutely no offsides. It's headed away by Tanganga off of Ben Davies' back. And straight into the back of the net. Lloris, absolutely nothing he could do there to stop that going in. Tanganga involved once again. And as the commentator just said there, it's Tanganga to be blamed there. Absolutely shocking decision-making from the defender. 2 avoidable goals, apparently, says the commentator. I don't know about the first one being avoidable. Maybe with the clearance to start the whole thing off, but it's 2-0, 2-0 nonetheless. Finally, some action. Finally, something to actually talk about. And albeit another own goal in as many games, I think probably the last 3 games, 4 games, there's been at least two or three own goals scored by either side. It was completely unavoidable. It's a very Spursy thing to happen, all the same. But hook it to my veins. I absolutely love to see it. We all do. £5 as well. We'd love to see that. Strip Bear, thank you so much for the £5 donation. Once again, if you are sending a message with your donation, I just want to preface, I have not seen one of your messages come with any sort of donations. So unless it's just the donation and no message with it, fair dues. But if there is meant to be a message with it, I can't see it. Goal of the season contender. Absolutely. It's 2-0. I reckon 3-0 or 3-1 would do enough. I can't see, as it stands, I can't see Tottenham scoring a single goal. But that could be the kiss of death. It could be the kiss of death. Idrizzo, Shittenham. Get a clean sheet now would be satisfying. It would indeed. It would indeed. It's come to my attention. It is Tuchel time, baby! Tuchel time. All the time. We're getting there. We're getting back to winning ways, although we did draw in the last game, but it was against Liverpool from a 2-0 down, a 2-0 deficit. It does feel as though Chelsea are getting back to the ways of better performances, shall we say. Better performances. Here for the Chelsea. We're only here for the Chelsea. Here for the Chelsea. Tanganga with 2 assists. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's doing tickety-boo in my book. He's doing all right. He's undercover, if you ask me. Can't see Kepa wanting to stay after this season, in my opinion, if we keep playing Mendy all the time. I mean, Mendy is, after all, the first... he's our number 1 keeper. Not specifically, not literally. If we're talking number 1, Kepa is number 1 in terms of shirt number. Kepa is in goal. Kepa to Juve would be a great decision for him, to be honest. Like, if he could manage that. Is Szczesny still number 1 for them? I haven't checked on Juve since Ronaldo left, to be honest. Well, I say that. We played them in the fucking group stage of the Champions League. So, yes, I have. But, you know, ignore what I just said there. I completely forgot we had Juventus in the group stages. I'm fairly sure it is Szczesny, though, isn't it? Carefree! Wherever you may be. We are the famous CFC. And we don't give a fuck. Whoever you may be, we are the famous CFC. Carefree. Skies, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. Anyone else is interested in following, the stream is currently in progress over there as well. A little bit crisper quality, but a little less interaction in terms of the comments being on the screen and such activity. It's a great chance for Tottenham to get one back. Kepa, what are you doing, son? Nearly fumbled the bag there a little bit. It's got to be said. It are 2-0 up, but a goal here for Tottenham could spur on. See what I mean? That's what I mean by the balls here. No one else doing it on me, but Spurs could spur on a bit of a comeback here if they got one back in the next 5 minutes or so. Kepa's 27. Jeez. Your support is fucking shits. That's why we play Mendy. But then I don't know, Mendy's been a bit muddy lately, isn't he? He's been a bit. You got to keep an eye on Mendy. I'm only joking. I absolutely back Mendy every day of the week. Mendy, it's got to be said, since the days of Czech being number one keeper, Mendy's the first keeper I absolutely trust with my life between the sticks. Courtois never really did it for me. I did a whole season of standing behind the fucking goal watching him play at the bridge. Lukaku! Oh! The shiny heads, the glistening skull of Lukaku didn't quite do enough to get that into the back of the net to make it 3-0. It's still 2-0 with just over 4 minutes to play of regular time. He did get a touch on it and it nearly hit or at least glanced off of the post. It didn't quite do that, but he did get a touch on it. Just as I said, not enough on that glistening skull to get it in the back of the net. Still 2-0 to the boys. Now Havertz has gone down with an eye injury now. Unbelievable. Well, Julian, it's funny you say Chelsea is winning this one already. Next match now. Whilst there's a break in play, I remind you, the next match, of course, is, thanks to Julian, this little break is brought to you by Namal Julian, or Namali. Chesterfield, the next game to play for Chelsea in the FA Cup. All coverage coming up on Chelsea Fan TV for all of the games for the rest of the season and beyond, to be quite honest with you. Chesterfield, just a preface. Again, second leg of the Carabao Cup for this game on the 12th of January, followed by going a trip to the Etihad to face Manchester City in the Premier League. And then, of course, the final game against Tottenham of this 3-game stretch over the next 2.5 weeks in the Premier League. That pretty much makes up the next 4 games. Plenty of games to come after that as well. So stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video. Like the stream. Show some support. We are just 3 likes away from 100 likes before half time. We've got 2.5 minutes to do so, boys and girls. If we can do that, fantastic stuff. It will do me a solid. It's got to be said. The streams with your support, I can't thank you enough. They've been absolutely massively enjoyable. Whether you like me or not, whether you like Chelsea or not, it doesn't. We have a good time here. We have a laugh. We have a joke. We have a sing-song. Maybe me on my own, but you know what I mean. We have a good time nonetheless. It's all good vibes here at Chelsea Fan TV, and that's the main thing. Football is the people's sport, the world's sport. We're all here just for a good time. Spurs, on the other hand, they never have a good time. Oh, God, no one likes Tottenham, let's be honest. Not even Tottenham like Tottenham. Dave, thank you so much for however many, whatever that is. Great tackle by Saul! And as Pilaquator has a shot. How much is that? 195. Thank you so much for the £1.27, Dave. You know, every penny counts. Every penny counts. So thank you so much for the donation. Nonetheless, crossed in by Ziyech, back posts, and it's too much. A minute to go until half time, and strip there, babes. Yes, for the 100. We've got there. We're at 106. Boys and girls, thank you so much. Again, the support is massive. It's massively appreciated. How is Saul doing? He's doing all right, to be fair. He's doing okay. He just did a very good tackle there. And as Pilaqueta was able to get a shot off there, the first leg of the Liverpool Carabao Cup game between Arsenal will be on the 13th of January. I did hear that they forfeited their right to have the first leg at home, but it would appear Liverpool still get what they want, as always, and play the first leg at home on the 13th of January, a day after our second leg. Or maybe on the same day. Who knows? Who knows? I wasn't exposing him. I was just trying to work out how much it was. I said thank you nonetheless. I'm not used to it. It's a minute of added time, 30 seconds to go, and hopefully Tottenham are a weird team. They really are. They look at our team and look at us as though that we've had so much success. Can they replicate it by just copying us exactly? And the answer is no. Whether or not, even if they win the Carabao Cup, who gives a fuck? You brought Conte in and you won the Carabao Cup. Whoop-de fucking do. There goes the halftime whistle, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 at halftime. A goal from Havertz in the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds, followed by a second goal, an own goal from the back of Ben Davies. Makes it 2-0 at halftime. Again, thank you for all the likes, the subscriptions, all that sort of stuff. But if you haven't liked or subscribed, feel free to do so in the halftime break. Halftime statistics will be on the screen very, very shortly. And with that said, I will be gone for 5 to maybe 8 minutes or so. And then I'll be back to go over the halftime stats and, of course, do all the coverage for the second half. So with that said, thank you so much for watching up until this point. Don't go anywhere. But if you do, make sure you come back. All right? Bye-bye. Would help if my mic was on. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. It is half-time at the Bridge at the moment. Chelsea lead 2-0 at the break. A good performance from all the boys all together. Not really anyone that stands out that's had a poor performance, so to speak. We are used to having at least one or two people to put the blame on. But overall, it's been a good performance, even from Mr. Saul in the middle of the field. 10 shots for Chelsea overall, 0 for Tottenham, and 0 shots on target. Just the 2 for Chelsea, but not both of those ended in a goal. Only one of those counts as a goal. The other, of course, was an own goal from Ben Davies as a mistake from Tanganga, heading the ball off of the back of the defender, leading to that goal. 70% possession for Chelsea at half-time. The golden number, it would seem. I can't remember us losing a game. Famous last words. It's got to be said. Where we've had at least 70% possession. I can't recall. However, as I said, don't want to jinx it, but you know these things can happen. Another goal, of course. I would imagine, as Tyrese you just said. Let's see if we can kill this game off. Another goal would do just that. I would imagine. 0 shots. There's still 45 minutes of this game, and of course, a full 90 minutes plus penalties. I don't know if there is extra time if there is needed to be in the second leg. 3 corners to 1, 7 fouls to 5 at half time. And allow me just 1 second before we get back into the game. I think I've never had to say a thing I'd never had to say. God, because what did God? What happened? What did God say? Can't even see what he said. Regardless, boys and girls, we're back. Welcome back. Just want Tuchel to own Conte. He's doing all right so far. There's still 2 more games to go of the 3-game battle between both Chelsea and Tottenham. Hopefully we can win this. Hopefully we'll win the other. I wouldn't mind even drawing that. If we win this game and draw the next one, I wouldn't really mind. We play some weaker sides and you know, just see out the game in the next rounds or the next leg rather. As you can see, the live score at the bottom of the only game of the day today: Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0. Antonio Conte really hasn't pulled much out. I don't know if there's much he can do with this Tottenham side here today. Of course, as I mentioned, the Premier League is the more important game out of the 3. As you can see, of the next 4 games, we've got Chesterfield, we've got Tottenham in the second leg, Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, and then the game that I would like to win most of those 3 games at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea taking on Tottenham. All coverage live on Chelsea Fan TV. Stats, facts, everything you could possibly want. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please feel free to do so. Yeah, we move. We're ready. We're set to go. There is only about 2 or 3 minutes to go until the second half commences. Feel free to get your predictions in for this second half. Realistically, if we just carry on the way we're going at the moment, then we should be golden. Replays. Thank you so much for the hydration. Of course, hydration is key, boys and girls. I'd much rather versus Chelsea in a final than Tottenham. Couldn't handle the pressure of potentially giving them a trophy. Hopefully Arsenal versus Chelsea final. Arsenal, very, very good record against Chelsea in finals at Wembley in the last year, or, you know, the last couple of years or whenever we played them in the FA Cup final. Of course, we lost to them most recently in the FA Cup final. You know, but it's more than likely going to be a Chelsea-Liverpool final if all goes to plan in this tie. Of course, Liverpool still have to play Arsenal in those games. Arsenal turn up on finals. Tyrese, my man. Of course they do. They absolutely do. We're just going to have to play it by ear. Again, it's the Carabao Cup. I would much rather win the FA Cup. But when it comes to a final, if we do get to the final of this, you best believe I will want to win it there. But if we do get knocked out of this, just so be it. You know what I mean? As long as we win that Premier League game, as I keep saying, it doesn't matter here or there. As long as we carry on in the Premier League race, that's all that matters to me. If we do get to the Carabao Cup final, though, as I said, of course, would love to actually win it. Timo Werner is on the field. And Kai Havertz, of course, there's no reason for him to be still on the pitch. Currently nursing an injury to his hand. He also got something in his eye, I believe. Oh, the game is underway. And the only goal scorer for Chelsea is off as we speak. It would help if I changed over to the other screen. Here we go, boys and girls. And we're up to speed with the timer. If you do wish to get your time up to speed with mine, either pause the YouTube and wait for it to catch up with yours, or more than likely, pause your wherever you're watching the game and let it get up to speed. If you are so well inclined to have my reaction at the same time as yours, it's a great chance for Tottenham early on. Son with a chance, crossed it again, headed away by Rudiger. Crossed in again and headed away once again. Mason Mount diving in. No foul given, and it's played all the way through, and Kepa will be in possession. Second half, all the coverage you could possibly need here at Chelsea Fan TV for this second half, and every single game before this and from here on out. Would be nice if there could be some confirmation. It is Ndombele that will make way for Tottenham. Where's Ndombele? No, Ndombele's coming on, for fuck's sake. It's Doherty that's gone off. Azpilicueta keeps it in from going out for a corner ball. Straight to Skip, though. Son picks it up. Got to be said, I don't want to put the mockers on it because Son does like to play against Chelsea. Him and Kane really haven't had too much to say so far. It's played over by Højbjerg and goes straight out for a corner ball. A throw in to Chelsea. Why risk him? He was a bit in the wars in the first half. He was indeed. Hence why we've taken him off. We're already 2-0 up coming into this second half. So no need to risk any players getting injured. Timo Werner back from COVID. Back from his absence, and he's back in the team finally. Good God, I have missed Timo Werner. I never thought I would say that in so many words. I've always been a fan of Timo Werner, no matter how muddy he has been over the years or year. Chance for Tottenham. They've got a little bit of pep in them step in this part of the second half, the early stages. Malang Sarr giving away a free kick on the edge of the D. And a free kick to Tottenham early on in the second half in a brilliant position. They've got a fire in their belly, to say the least. Matthew wants to see Kovacic and Pulisic come on. Before any of that happens, Lucas Moura and Harry Kane both over the ball, as is Ndombele. Be interesting to see what Tottenham can make of this. And also, it would be interesting to see if Kepa is tested, if he can save this. Looking at that angle, it's so weird how small he is as a goalkeeper. Jesus Christ. Every chance of a goal here with Kepa in goal. Free kicks, not his forte at saving. Penalties are his forte. Kane with the shot. It's a good save. Got to give Kepa credit where credit's due. It's a fantastic save. A very unorthodox shot there from Harry Kane to the far bottom hand corner. And Kepa, with cat-like reflexes, keeps it out and keeps Chelsea 2-0 up in this game with nearly 50 minutes played. Excuse me. Tottenham could be a potential second or third, or how many coming, of the battle of the Old Bridge. Tottenham, you know what they're like when they play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. When they're losing, they don't like it, and they do tend to get a little bit nippy at the old feet, at the old ankles of all the Chelsea players. Harry Kane now storming forward. Son is in space. He does find Son. It's a great tackle from Saul. Brilliant tackle from Saul. Puts Son on his fucking arse. Come on, Saul. Here he is again. Plays in Timo Werner. Not the best of touches from Werner. He faces Sanchez and wins the throw in. 2-1 to Chelsea is okay. It's not there yet. I would happily take a 2-0 going into the second leg of this semi-final tie. Saul's having a good game. He is so far. He is so far indeed. Lukaku with a swivel. Half volley and straight into the palms of Hugo Lloris. Potentially one of the first shots on target from Romelu Lukaku in this game after just 51 minutes. I say after just 51 minutes. Ziyech looks for Timo Werner, finds Sanchez, who shields it back into the hands of Hugo Lloris, who distributes it immediately to the own goal scorer, Davies. Skip Højbjerg. I mean, let's not be too hasty here. It's saying he's turning it around. It's a nice change of pace from Saul. He's actually having a decent game. I wouldn't necessarily a good game. Oh no, I would. I would say he's having a good game. He's indeed having a good game, Saul. Hopefully, he can get involved in a goal, maybe get an assist, maybe get a goal. You never know. If he can make it 3-0, then it's Chelsea's to lose. It already is Chelsea's to lose. Here's Timo Werner putting on the pace. Lukaku finds Ziyech, who opens his body, and it's straight into the hands of Hugo Lloris. A great chance again. 53 minutes on the clock. It's still 2-0. Ziyech with a great chance. Great bit of link-up play from Timo Werner. Lukaku, then to Ziyech. Could that be the formula for the ideal front three? We may soon find out. With that being said, Spurs are already on the counter-attack. And Ndombele finds Mora. Top scorer for Tottenham in this competition. And Ndombele takes a shot well over the bar. An unorthodox shot. Seemed to be underneath his feet. Couldn't quite get over the top of the ball. And it does go into the shed end. Much to the dismay of the Tottenham fans. Are we playing 4-4-2? Potentially. So he has been good today. He has indeed. Tottenham's first shot, if not the first, or if not the second, definitely the first. I doubt they've had more than 2 in this half. Definitely more chances in this second half than they have in the entire first half in this first 9 minutes. Lukaku challenges for the head, goes straight over the top. Defenders need to stay awake for that. They do indeed. And Ndombele, of course, the newest addition to this Tottenham side, will be looking for any potential cracks with the likes of Malang Sarr in centre-back position. Not the strongest of defenders that we've got in our squad. But got to be said, again, Sarr not having a bad game. As I said at half-time before we got into the second half, when we were going over the half-time stats, not a single player that I can really pinpoint to have had a bad game, to be honest. Havertz, Werner, and Lukaku is Hugo's front 3 of choice. Potentially, I don't think we've actually seen that, and if we have, it obviously wasn't very good. if we did, it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Yeah, Jermaine, son, it's always a surprise. Played over the top. Timo Werner takes it down. Potential offside, and of course, in typical Timo Werner, turbo Timo Werner style, is offside for the first time of what could be many. He was offside, yeah. I'm interested to see, Tottenham's home record under Conte. Home. I think since Conte's come in, they've lost a maximum of 2 games at home. If any, at all. I don't know if he was in charge for the Man United game, was he? No, he wasn't in charge for the United loss. And I think the Ren game was forfeit, wasn't it? So I don't think Conte has lost at home for Tottenham since he was appointed. So the second leg could be all to play for if Conte has a game plan in that game. Of course, the return fixture in the Premier League, the Premier League game between Chelsea and Tottenham that's coming up in the third of the 3 games is at Stamford Bridge. So to confirm, Conte has yet to lose a game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So it could make for interesting viewing this time next week for the second leg. Of course, stay tuned. Chelsea Fan TV will be, I will be here for that game. If you want to join me, by all means, feel free. All the coverage you could possibly need. Played over the top. Lukaku, absolutely nowhere near that ball once again. I like to see Haaland in blue, as would every single other Chelsea fan, I'm sure. Mount Werner! Shot deflected and cleared away. And Saul doing brilliantly. Have a shot, son. Saul, brilliant recovery of the ball there. Crossed in once again. Oi! I tell you what, Saul going for a Zola or a Drogba-esque little flick there at the near post. If that had gone on target, if Saul had scored that, I tell you what, I would have gone absolutely fucking berserk if that had gone in. Jesus. Tottenham looks so shit. Lucy, as you can see, if you look on the Tottenham side of things here, as you can see, it does say a red ball next to Davies. He did score an own goal, hence the red ball next to his name. I'm not saying that in a way that you would necessarily understand that. It's a new addition to the stream. A red ball next to a name indicates an own goal for whoever is next to that. My cat is throwing up outside my door as we speak. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. Yeah, my cat is not sounding too good out there, but you know, I can. He'll be all right. He'll be okay. I'll give you an update in the next game. God forbid my brother actually takes a look. Play it over the top. Timo Werner now down the wing. Have a shot. He does! Oh, just wide. Nearly 3. 60 minutes on the clock. Timo Werner cutting inside, taking a shot. Something's going on, and Sky Sports, as per the usual, not really capping on what's going on. Harry Kane goes down. Malang Sarr goes in the book, and it's the first booking of the game. Willian does score that 100%. 1,000,000%. I'm backing you all the way there, Fresh. That is the most Willian chance. Malang Sarr goes in a book deservedly for an elbow in the face of Kane. Normally, I would say, Kane, get up, you tarts, but it is a booking. And as such, Sarr, the first booking of the game, is penalised. Deservedly so. And Harry Kane still on the deck. Oh, my God. What's going on here? Aldo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We've won it all. We've won it all. We've won it all. Sal's doing very well indeed, Joe. He's doing all right. I wouldn't say very well, but he's doing all right. He's not made a mistake just yet. Still plenty of time for him to do so. Omar, thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch. Of course, if you are interested on the Twitch side of things, fuck me. You can find my links in the description of every single one of my personal social media platforms. Chelsea Fans XI. If you are so interested in following my personal endeavors, my personal social media platforms, of course, all of the relevant and every single reaction to every single goal will be uploaded to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for every single game, unless we lose. Otherwise, it tends to be the case that I just can't be asked. just the way it goes. Michael Doyle. Hello, America. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Replays. I would stand up some, but it's long. It's very long. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. We know what we are. We know what we are. I have got trousers on. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ. Can't get away with I can't get away with anything with you replays, can I? Jeez. I got my khakis on. My khakis are on. And Lucas Moore is on the ball. 25 minutes or so to go in this game. First leg of 2. Lucas Moura goes down in a heap after a valiant effort. Lukaku sends Sanchez absolutely flying. Ziyech looking for a brilliant ball. Timo Werner's through! That's got to go down as one of the best Ziyech through balls I've seen in a blue shirt. A tricky one for Timo Werner. What a fucking ball from Ziyech. Oh my God. Why are you trying to dink fucking Lloris from there, for fuck's sake, you clown? Excellent from Ziyech. Absolutely fucking brilliant from Ziyech. Timo Werner. Do. Reminds me of that ball that made Ziyech's career, the one that on Ajax you see on all those compilations where it's like behind Ziyech on the floor and it goes all the way over in the Champions League, I think. If it wasn't for that, I don't think Ziyech would have the career that he does, to be honest. Harry Kane picks it up again. The defense looking fucking tasty. I've got to tell you that. I've got to tell you, back 4 could be the new back 3. It could be see you later to a back 3 at Chelsea Football Club. I've got to be honest. We're looking fucking good with a back 4. That being said, Tottenham, not the best of teams to really to really come out with a necessary definitive answer as to how good it is. Werner doing what he does best and bottling it. Yeah, indeed. You are correct. I mean, I put the bottling bit in your mouth, but I knew the gist you were getting at. Lukaku goes down once again. Højbjerg. Emerson. Lukaku did indeed say sorry. Not that I take his apology, because if you watch it, he's fucking laughing. Or he's trying not to laugh. Crossed in. Great chance for Tottenham. Lucas Moura puts it over the bar. Kepa puts his arm out as if he was going to make that, but I'm doubtful that he could have made that if it was on target, to be honest. Yeah, Lucy, you tell him. You tell him. You're absolutely right. He has absolutely not proven anything yet. Kovacic is coming on. What a boring fucking second half so far it's been. I'll tell you that. Do you know what? I'll be annoyed if he actually takes Saul, you know. If he takes Saul off, he's finally playing well and you're going to take him off. Imagine. I mean, I won't mind if he brings Kovacic on for him, but fuck me. It would just be his luck that he actually plays well and he's like, no, see you later. Get off. 20 minutes to go. Jordan Fireson, thank you so much for the follow over on Instagram, by the way, if you are watching. Hugely appreciated. Yes, Jermaine, you know. You know exactly as well what I mean. There's to be the one time he plays well and he takes him off. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to think who else is. Mason Mount could be the option, to be fair, but then taking Mount off to avoid any injuries. We're playing Chesterfield next. We've potentially got 2 games in our next 3 where we can afford to rest players because we want to rest players for Man City. The likely option is to take Mount off over Saul, to be honest. Saul, of which plays it to Lukaku, is fouled, dispossessed, and it goes out for a corner ball. Would I ever work for Barstool if offered? I mean, I don't know too much about them. I know that their main... Isn't that where fucking... What's his name? Who's the geezer from... Who's the guy from AFTV? I've forgotten his fucking name. Not Ty. Fuck me. What's his name? I swear Barstool... Oh, Troops. Yeah, Troops went there, didn't he? If it meant living in fucking... does Expressions work for Barstool? Jesus. I swear, Expressions still lives in England, though, doesn't he? I don't know if I could live in New York, to be honest. It seems so long. I mean, if I was getting paid enough, then absolutely. But if they come a knocking, I'll come a going. I'll tell you that. No. Sue? Mason Mount coming off. It is going to be Kovacic, and Loftus-Cheek makes his first game back after either injury, I think, or COVID. But Mason Mount coming on. I think there might be 5 substitutes available in this competition. I can't remember. Couldn't give a toss, to be honest. And Saul goes off, man. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! What the fuck do you mean? Fucking Tuchel is unbelievable at times. He really is. Saul actually has a good game and he takes him off. For what? Skip comes off. For Harry Winks. I actually pronounced my surname correct. The amount that don't... Fireson. I feel like it's not really that hard to pronounce to you. It's just, you just say how it's spelt. How could you possibly say Fireson wrong? Ziyech, Loftus-Cheek to the byline. Cleared away. Ziyech taken down. Free kick should be given for that, but it's not. just under, or just over, sorry, 15 minutes to go. Dave Kebenet, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch, Chelsea fans, or sorry, twitch.tv/Chelsea fans XI. We are nearly, very nearly, and I say we, I mean me. The Twitch is my personal account. We are just 4 follows away from the big 350 over on Twitch. Would be incredibly appreciated if 4 of you could follow me on twitch.tv/Chelsea fans XI. Get me over the line to 350, as is the goal. But thank you nonetheless. Davo boy, get in there, my son. Yeah, if he takes Saul off playing when he's playing well, mate, I can get what you mean if you take him off when he's hungry, you know what I mean? Like he might be hungry for more in the next game. Keep him hungry. Keep it, you know, what's the saying? Treat him mean, keep him keen, and all that sort of stuff. You never know. Could work out for Saul after all. Played out wide. Crossed in. Alonso. Ziyech over the bar. How much money would I move to the USA for? 6 digits. I mean, if I was making over 100K, then yes. I'm not making anywhere near that now. I'll tell you that for fucking free. I know 100K dollars is not as good here as it is, you know. Oh, Rudiger with a boot there. Boot with the ball straight into the ear of Ndombele or the back of the neck. I know the cost of living in New York is not worth it, man. I know it's not. So it would take a lot more than 100K. I'll tell you that. Yeah, it would take a considerable. No, I wouldn't say considerable, but like a decent amount more than 100K. Because I know the cost of living in America as a whole is ridiculous. You have to be earning so much just to be even the slightest bit comfortable over there. Taxes, all that bollocks as well. You have to do that all yourself. That's just long. That's Pelaquia into the middle. Loftus Cheek now. Modfather, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. I had not forgotten. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Just how many? 3 to go? 3 to go, boys and girls, over on Twitch for the big 350. Christian Pulisic, the 4th substitution for the Blues, and Hakim Ziyech will be making way. No inclusion for any goals for him. No assists, no goal, and no highlight reel for me to grab some views off of his name on the YouTube reaction scene. Unfortunately. Got to earn 150K in US dollars to be on a similar standard of living to 80K in London. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know how. I mean, it's still 80k in London, like central London or like even West London is you're going to be scraping by. New York has the highest tax, from what I've heard. Indeed, if Barstool opened up in Dubai, then absolutely, I'll tell you that. Fucking sign me up. I wouldn't go for 100k. No, you don't have to live in Manhattan. I mean, Hoboken's all right. I know that's not necessarily in like fucking New York. Is that? I've been to Hoboken. It's. I quite liked it there. Even in New Jersey. New Jersey was all right. To be fair, I actually quite enjoyed staying there for a week or two. Played over the top. Chance for Tottenham with 10 minutes to go to make it 2-1, and they don't. I'm coming as well. Dubai. Replays. Pack your bags. We're going to Dubai, son. London's more expensive than NYC. I don't think it is, to be fair. If it was New Jersey, if I had to live in New Jersey but work in New York City, then it'd still cost me an arm and a leg, wouldn't it? I don't know if it'd be worth it. It would have to be. I'd have to find out how much his troops on. That's the question. If I'm earning the same amount as him, because he seems to be doing all right, doesn't he? So 10 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go, technically, but because London's the best city in the world, boys and girls. I'll tell you that. You can't beat a bit of London. I don't know if I could ever move, to be fair. Like, I've got London on my doorstep, maybe 25 minutes, half an hour at most. To go from that to New York and then have to be up at like 4 in the morning to watch Chelsea to do this, I don't know if I could be fucked, you know. I honestly, I don't know if I could be asked. It just wouldn't be worth it. Doing this would become honestly a job. Like at this point already, it's this is still so fun for me. Like it's not even anything. It's just a fucking. I love it. I get to do this just watching a game. It's an absolute pleasure. But if I had to move to another time zone to watch it and be up at 4 in the morning to watch Chelsea play, or 11 in the morning for like a fucking whatever 8 o'clock kickoff, it's just not fun, is it? Takes all the fun out of watching football, and being able to go to the odd game as well just goes out the window. Especially during a pandemic, it's just a bit dead, isn't it? A bit long. Love what we're talking like this is ever going to be an option. You never know. You never know. If they come a knocking, I'll tell them to fuck right off. But I could also be persuaded. Let's be honest. You never know. Replays. You're on this journey with me, boy. This time next year we'll be millionaires. As the old Del Boy would say. One can dream. One can dream. Oh God, don't be like that. I'm saying it would take a lot for me to be persuaded, but it depends. I love living near London too much to give that up. So, like I say, it would take a lot for me to live there, to be honest. So, in other words, I would tell them to fuck off unless they gave me a boatload of fucking money. That's not me backtracking either. I'm still sticking by it. I would tell them to fuck off. Unless it was for a boatload of money. Or a boatload of money in my eyes. Thank you, God. I appreciate it. Just to piss Lucy and Yash off. Lucy loves me. She loves me. She would absolutely love to see me go right to the very top. Frank Lampard style. And I'm sure Yash wouldn't mind either. Free kick to Chelsea. I feel like we've gone kind of off topic at this point. We're going to carry on with the game at this point. There's not many good Chelsea coverage guys these days, is there? Ooh, put a bit of drama. Ooh. Nah, they're all right. I'm the best, though. You got to back yourself, let's be honest. There's, everyone else is all right, and then there's me, Potential chance here. 5 minutes to go. Fantastic chance for Chelsea to seal the deal, seal the old Ian Beale. Potentially a 3-0 win. We have seen Alonso in this exact position against Lloris at least once before, gone in as a goal at Wembley. We mentioned this goal earlier in the game. He steps up over the top, but it's hit the head of the defenders straight away for potentially a counter-attack. But Kovacic says absolutely no fucking chance. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. She. As the fans start to jeer. Way! Well, God. I've got a whole portfolio of content available over on Chelsea Fans XI on YouTube. The link is in the description if you are interested in seeing my portfolio to send over to the boys at Barstool. But literally, there's nowhere else to find anything. So, my loyalty is to Chelsea Fan TV. That being said, unless, of course, the old the boatload of money comes in. But let's be honest. I can work 2 jobs at a time. 3 jobs at a time. You never know. I'm joking. Sammy, I love you. Loyalty is with Chelsea Fan TV. We're going right to the very top, boys and girls. Lucy, have a wonderful rest of the week. I will see you for the Chesterfield game in the FA Cup. Great chance here to make it 2-1. This could make it interesting in the second game. It's off the line. Player gets told to get up. The counter-attack is on. Loftus-Cheek sends Ben Day. Oh, Harry Winks for a fucking hot dog. Lukaku's through. Potentially. 1v1 and Lukaku sent away. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. I'm sounding like Lukaku. No, I'm not. I've literally just said my loyalty is with Chelsea Fan TV. So I'm here to the very end. Call me Lukaku 2.0. Barstool can shove it out there. Shove it out there, tush. Azpilicueta could be out here for quite some time at the moment. He was struggling for a while there. The ball's finally gone out, and it would appear he is injured. There's that hole coming on. Oh, it's Harvey Vale, but still. Alonso crosses it in, and Lloris with a comfortable save. Half a second to go until the end of the game. Still 2-0. Malang Sarr controls it. Lo Celso with a foul on Jorginho, who I forgot was even playing, to be quite honest with you. Pulisic is playing at right back. 4 minutes of added time. What have you? Jamwar, that sounds like the biggest lot of bollocks I've heard in a while, to be fair. Here's Timo Werner. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Nice little bit of play there to Jorginho, who is the captain now. I can see him going to Atletico more than Barca, to be honest. I just don't see him. Would he really even fit at Barca? I know they're in a bit of trouble at the moment, but still, like, he's so old. He's like, what is he, 32, 33? I don't really. It's not really moving in the right direction for Barcelona if they do sign him. Hakim Ziyech with the man of the match performance. Just playing down the clock. I won't take up too much of your time with the old player ratings. We will go over it very briefly, but not the usual. Going into detail. We'll just cover. We'll cover all the bases, though. That being said, remember we do have to play Tottenham 2 more times. Pulisic back post, absolutely shocking fucking cross from him, unbelievably bad. I know, but there's a difference between Thiago Silva and fucking Azpilicueta in there. As much as I love Dave, one of my favourite defenders ever, but if he hadn't played for Chelsea, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? You know what I mean? I know. I would personally prefer if Azpilicueta stayed until the end of his career. But comparing Dave to Thiago Silva in terms of the longevity of their career, let's be honest, there's not really a comparison. I know different positions and all that sort of stuff, but nice bit of play. Harvey Vale putting every bit of effort to keep that in. Finds Pulisic. Kovacic. 1 minute to go. Christian Pulisic finds Kovacic once again. If there's ever a man to get a goal from here, it's Kovacic to set it up. Ruben, fucking Timo Werner flicks it to Romelu Lukaku, who just cannot finish his dinner at all today. He's had plenty of chances. The audacity if he fucking moans that he don't get chances. You've had at least 4 brilliant chances to get a goal, and he has not taken a single one. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. And just like that, The full-time whistle goes. It does finish 2-0 to the boys. A goal from Havertz in the first 4.5 minutes and an own goal from Ben Davies. Thank you to Tanganga for setting up both of those goals. Massively appreciated. The Carabao Cup just isn't it? It just hasn't got that fucking. It hasn't got that that little bit to it. Do you know what I mean? That we just want a bit more to it, and it just hasn't got it. Final score at the bridge 2-0. Thank you so much for watching. We will just very quickly go over. I don't want to take up 2 minutes of your time. It's a fucking Wednesday evening. And it's a 2-0 victory over Spurs. Not quite the excitement we wanted. The first half was full of it. The first half of it was absolutely full of all the action here and there. And even the second half was absolutely fucking muddy. Kepa, all in all, a great performance. Azpilicueta went off injured, but put in a shift, or as always. Malang Sarr did what Sarr does best, and that is get in trouble at times. Just to confirm before any of you go, Chelsea, Tottenham, 2-0 in the end. The first fixture between Liverpool and Arsenal is a day after the second leg of Tottenham versus Chelsea. First leg of Liverpool-Arsenal is on the 13th, and the return fixture of that is on the 20th of January, for any of you that are interested in that. Rudiger had a brilliant game overall. Alonso, of course, setting up the first goal after the mistake of Tanganga. Jorginho, really, honestly, didn't have too much of an impact on the game. Mason Mount, similarly, didn't really do much. You can really say like he had an outstanding performance. Not a bad game, but not an outstanding game. Saul, on the other hand, a fantastic performance. It's got to be said. I felt sorry for him that he got taken off, but I think part of it maybe as replays, as you said, keep him hungry, take him off before he's got the 90 minutes in case he made another mistake. And of course, he had a chance. He had a good game for once. So to avoid any mistakes, potentially, get him off, have a potential, a clap for Saul. Jermaine, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next game against Chesterfield. Hakim Ziyech, of course, a man of the match performance here. Played brilliant, of course. One of the best balls I've seen Hakim Ziyech do in a Chelsea shirt since joining from Ajax. Havertz with the goal. Went off injured at half-time for Timo Werner, who, of course, didn't really do too much, but he had a couple of chances to get on the score sheet himself. But overall, Lukaku, the probably the worst performing player on the pitch. Arguably, and ironically, funnily as well. That being said, Harvey Vale came on, made another appearance for Chelsea. Fantastic to see. Pulisic came on, Kovacic came on, Loftus-Cheek did all right as well. But overall, a fantastic performance. 2-0 in the end to the boys at Stamford Bridge. The return fixture, of course, coming up very shortly. But first, a factor of Chesterfield at the bridge in the FA Cup, Stamford Bridge, 8th of January 2022 at 5:30. We'll be starting the stream, of course, as always, half an hour before the game begins for all the live coverage. And then the return fixture of this game that we've just seen, Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And for the return fixture, of course, on the 12th of January. And then following that, at the Etihad, the Manchester City. Big game. Our only real last chance to stay in the title race, if there is one at all, on the 15th of January. 12:30 kickoff, an early kickoff. Who's going to come? Who's going to fall at the first hurdle? An early kickoff. It always ends badly for someone. Hopefully it ends badly for City. Chelsea come off with the dub there. But potentially wishful thinking. And then, of course, we have got Tottenham Hotspur at Stamford Bridge on the third and final game of the three in the next 2.5 weeks on the 23rd of January at 4:00, live on Chelsea Fan TV. All the coverage you could possibly need. And, of course, if you want to be notified of when we go live for any live streams, be sure to like the stream and, of course, any other future videos as well. Please feel free to subscribe. And if you do so, hit that bell notification so that you can be notified of any future streams and content uploaded to the Chelsea Fan TV channel. Lastly, Chelsea Fans XI, my personal social media platforms, every single one that you could possibly think of: Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Live reactions to the goals scored today will be uploaded to Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok very, very shortly. So stay tuned for that if you are following me on any of those platforms. But it's done. It's full time. As you can see, 2-0 to the boys. 2-0. Havertz, Davies with the goals today. Thank you so much for watching. All the support. Absolutely fantastic. How are you follow the FA Cup match? I would imagine Chelsea Chesterfield's going to be on. They're a fucking non-league team at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be on telly. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you for the Chesterfield game in the FA Cup. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Goodbye. Out the Blues. Out the Blues.